I'm Catherine of GamerCast.net, and I thought I'd do a pickups video because I haven't done one since January/February. I bought quite a bit, most of which is from when Game were going into administration in the UK, or went into administration, and I bought a few things that had gone cheap. These aren't really in an order because they're kind of from all over the place, and I can't remember when I got them. But I've put them into piles and depending on what they are in a way. So, I've picked up a copy of Binary Domain, Adam's Venture 3, where I got this. Awesome end to the series, but they could do more if you ask me. So there's been two others. The second one is probably the best, I reckon. But yeah, Adam's Venture 3. And then also a copy of Kinect Rush, which is the new style of promo copy stuff. Or at least a new Microsoft style, which is quite different. Not too bad, actually. And then I have my massive pile of game stuff. So I had a couple of trips to Game during their sale. Of course, because different consoles went on different days, and no, I can't remember any other reasons. So I picked up Little Big Planet on PSP. I actually got this for 48p, I think, because I had 250 on my points card, and it had gone down to 248, I believe. So that was a real steal for 48p. I've actually got another game that I got for about the same price as well. I got Killzone 2. This was actually just 48p, I believe. Or was that Resistance? No, I think this was 48p, so Killzone 2, because I didn't have 2, I only have 1 and 3. Then I picked up Resistance 2, I think this was about £2. They were the only PlayStation 3 games I picked up because there wasn't that much good in my local store, so that was kind of it. Got a copy of Trauma Center New Blood. This is the second Trauma Center game on the Wii, and I believe it was about £1.50. I thought I might as well pick it up because I got the first one and not this one. Like that. And then another Wii game. I think my only other Wii game I bought was Obscure 2. Not a great series, of course. Played this on the PS2. It was a PS2, wasn't it? I might have it on the PSP as well. But I thought I'd pick it up. It was, what, $2.98? I suppose that, well, most of the games I bought were the cheapest possible. But I thought I'd pick this up anyway because it's a survival horror. It's on the Wii and you don't see it that much. So, Obscure, number 2. Okay, and then I got loads of 360 games. That was more expensive. It's hard to tell how much they were. So I got a copy of Bulletstorm for $2.98. I already have this on PC, but I thought I'd pick it up because, of course, you get extra achievements on the 360 version because PC and 360 both have achievements. So I thought I'd pick that up for $2.98. Got a copy of Conan. I always want to say Conan. Conan for $1.98. I got Golden Axe and Beast Rider for $1.98. I know some of these games are kind of known to be a bit pants, but I thought for £2 I couldn't say no. Alpha Protocol, also for £2. Got End War. I believe this was £2 as well. I need to find my receipt so I can... Well, I kind of want my receipt so I can be like, yeah, that's the price, that's the price. At the moment it's based off my memory. Section 8 for $1.98 as well. I believe this was even cheaper. I got Samurai Showdown Sen. I think this was 98p or 19. I don't think it was 198. I think it was cheaper, so it might have been 98p. This was the only copy that the store had. Actually, no, it couldn't have been because I didn't leave the stickers on it. But that was a steal at that price. I'm pretty sure it was 98p. Then I got Dynasty Warriors 5 Empires because the only other Dynasty Warriors game that I own is Dynasty Warriors 2, I think, on the PlayStation 2, and Fist of the North Star Ken's Rage on 360, which of course is still Dynasty Warriors style game, made by the same team. I believe made by the same team. But this is actual Dynasty Warriors, of course. So I thought I'd pick this up. I think that was $1.98. It might have been more. That might have been $2.98. I got a copy of Nier. This does say £8 on it. But I think this was another either $1.98 or $2.98 game. Everyone's told me I should play it because it's a really quite good game, and the endings are crazy. So I picked that up. Then I also got Armored Core for Answer. I've been told this isn't very good, but for $1.98 you can't say no. It is From Software though, So it just might be that it wasn't to the mech friends of mine's tastes. So I got that. Then I picked up The Last Remnant. I believe... Oh, shoot. They're stuck. This was $2.98, I believe. But I put off buying it since it came out. So I thought I'd pick it up finally. And then this was the other game that I got. So I got this after buying all of those and anything else I bought online. I think they were pretty much it. And I had another £2.50 on my card, so I got this for 48p. Oh wait, 98p. 98p. No, 48p, sorry. So I picked this up for 48p because you don't see it around that much, and I think it's supposed to be some Easy G. But the first Fusion Frenzy was alright on Xbox, so I thought I picked this up for 48p. Then, I'll just do that. I popped to a boot sale and I picked up 12 Stag, I guess you'd call it, or X11 or XII Stag, whatever you want to call it, or Stag. This is a shoot 'em up from, well, published by Taito, I believe, but I guess made by Digital Bros. I thought it looked quite cool. I think it was £1. Might have been £2. Can't really remember. I'm sure Charlotte will correct me when she watches this video. I think it was £1 maybe. And that was complete, so I thought that was quite nice because I hadn't really seen, well, I'd seen copies of this before, only seen the name on the edge and thought, oh, it's a racing game. And then I finally looked at it and was like, oh, actually it's a shmup even. So I picked that up. Then I popped to charity shops / cash converters a while back and got a couple of things. So I picked up this. What I'll do is I'll open this and show that because the price is annoying. Star Sweep, which is a cheap Midas game. I picked it up for £1 from a cash. Is it stupid inlay? It's cash generator. Oh, cash converters. So there's two of them, of course. And it's kind of a puzzle drop game. It's just a cheapy release, as you can see from this wasted space here. But I thought I'd pick it up. I didn't have it. And then I also got this from a charity shop, which is a SimCity Populous compilation, which I thought was quite nice because it was kind of complete. It was $1.75. It's quite nice because, of course, it's SimCity Populous mashup. Of course, back before this was really, well, it was published by EA, but before Bullfrog were owned by EA, and SimCity when they were, of course, owned by Maxis, and they, of course, well, Bullfrog, of course, don't exist anymore, but it was kind of a, I mean, Maxis are owned by EA, and they're making SimCity and whatnot. So we've got SimCity disc, then there's user documentation for SimCity, the city simulator, registration card still, which is nice, and then I've got Populous, so there's the disc and the save disc, and then the instruction book for that as well, with Bullfrog's old school logo. Of course, it's nothing's colour, but then I thought this was quite nice as well. So it has in it as well the SimCity all-time high scores table, which is printed on the worst colour paper because it's really, really hard to see. But it's got a list of all the cities and the high scores. So I thought it was just really nice that this still had everything in it still, pretty much. It was only $1.75. Let's see, put it back in the right order. Populous. SimCity. I find it funny though that Infograms published SimCity for this. Of course, the Infograms aren't around anymore. But yeah, so I got that. Then I popped to a boot sale. This was fairly more recently than the 12 Stag. I won't call it Stag. I picked up, this may seem just standard to anyone, so I picked up a copy of Rayman. The copy myself and Charlotte own of Rayman is a platinum version, and I finally picked us up a non-platinum version for 50p, which I thought was really good. The disc's in pretty much mint condition, and it's 50p. And it has minimised our platinum games once more. And I also picked up another game. Sadly, it didn't have a box. It came in a CD case. once known as one of the worst games ever, but we just don't own a copy. That is no good on the PlayStation 1. I've yet to actually see a copy anywhere before. And this was the first time I saw it. They wanted £1, and I was like, but it's not in its box. It hasn't got anything. And she was like, no, it's £1. I was like, fine, have £1. I tried to play it, but didn't have the right cable for the crappy TV I was trying to play it on. But I could just shove it in my PS3 and give it a play. So I picked up Is No Good for £1. Then, from an indie store, I've bought a few games as of kind of recently. Just trying to think of what order I bought them in. So I bought those. Okay, so first time I went in there, I rummaged through their stuff. I bought a copy of eSWAT on the Mega Drive. As you can see, it's a Japanese game. Complete. There were a few other games that I wanted to buy, but they weren't complete. The manual in the game. There's the back. Pretty cool. I think that was £2, which I thought was really good. Really good. I didn't really know if it was rare or anything at all beforehand, but £2 I thought was a good price for a Japanese Mega Drive game because you don't see them that much. And at the same time, I bought a copy of Colony Wars because we didn't own the first one. That was only £1, as you can see on the label there. And I also picked up a copy of Carnage Heart for £3, as you can see, which is quite pricey. But I saw that it was Art Dink, and then after having a look on the back, it kind of explains it a bit, but then the manual explains it more as well as the internet. So this is a mech simulator, and you program the mechs to perform their actions. So I just thought it was crazy. If I go to a page, so like here's the analysis of an original program developed by the Art Dink technical staff. So there's the programming that you can put in. Well, it's flow graph programming, so scripting really. And I just thought it was crazy that you give it its actions that it has to perform. In a similar flow diagram thing, it says like, has this happened? Yes. Go to this. No. And all the crazy. So I had to buy it. Okay. There's a flow chart of it and the script. I could not buy it, and I'd never seen a copy of it before either, because I looked at the cover of it and I was like, Carnage Heart. Well, actually, I saw the side first. And I looked at the front. I was like, I had never seen this game before in my life. So I had to pick that up. £3, fairly pricey-ish for a PS1 game, but I still got it. And then, since then, I bought a copy of Revolution X, another game I hadn't really seen a copy of before, which is a crazy kind of shoot-'em-up arcade weird mishmash with Aerosmith and other people. But I'd never seen a copy before. And for £1, I thought, yeah. So pretty much my thing is, if it's £1, I don't have it, I might buy it. Copy of G-Police, because it turned out I just did not have a copy of it, which was weird. Still got the art card, registration card in there. Like, pretty much all these games are almost mint. I mean, I suppose if you saw the eSWAT manual was slightly bent, but other than that, they're really good condition. That was £1.50. Copy of G-Police. Awesome game. Then a copy of Civ 2. I don't know if it should have come with a technical thingamajig. A copy of Civ 2 on the PlayStation for £2. Don't like judge me on this, but I also bought Baby Felix Tennis for £1 because I've only ever seen this once before, and I thought I should pick it up. So it's pretty much tennis, but with Baby Felix and other characters, I guess they've created. I mean, Felix was a pretty awesome a pretty awesome cartoon, if anyone used to watch it. And then I also bought a copy of Fade to Black. So I did not actually own a copy of this beforehand, mainly because whenever I saw it anywhere, it was a platinum version, and I wanted a non-platinum version. Well, it's either platinum you find it, or in the value series where it's got the small box in the middle. And I found myself a non-platinum version for £1. So I was like, yes, hell yeah, I'm picking up Fade to Black. It's like mint condition as well. Like, look at that instruction book. It's not hurt or anything. And I think the disc was... Yeah, the disc's like... It's got a few scratches on it. You can't really see, of course, in any light. But £1. Like, I just think it's amazing that they've kept their games in such good condition and people are trading in games in such good condition. And then finally, another thing that I bought from the same store, which I didn't really know about until a friend had told me about it. And he was like, how have you not heard of this game? Because he imported it to have a Japanese copy. And this is Baseball 2000. So this is a fairly rare game from the looks of it. You don't get many copies, and this is not a PAL copy from the looks of it. Of course, it's hard to tell whether something's PAL or NTSC with a Game Boy game. I mean, you can of course tell if it's a Japanese game because it has Japanese writing on it. But it seems to be American and comes with everything. Sadly, it's like slightly coming undone at the bottom there, as you can see. I can keep pushing it, but it keeps pushing itself out. Yeah, so Baseball was a first-person maze-style game, which also supported 4 players with the 4-player add-on thing, which you got with the F1 game. I don't know if anything else gave you it as well. But yeah, I just loved how complete this was. So it had the box, which is almost mint. Then we got the game in its little plastic, Baseball 2000, and then it's got the registration card, which annoyingly is a little bent. Baseball 2000. Then it's little Nintendo Power signing up. I believe it was Nintendo Power. Yeah, if you want to sign up to Nintendo Power. So this, of course, is just a bog standard thing that would come in most games. The instruction book, which has sadly been a little bent in the corners, but otherwise pretty good nick. And then this is really cool because it's got a poster. Of course, lots of games back in the Game Boy, Master System, SNES era had posters with them. So this is to firstly advertise that you want to play with 4 friends. And so if you took the barcodes off your game, or off you and your friends' games, you get money off. Was it money back? You get $5. They give you so they get as a refund. They give you money if you want to play it with as many players as possible. So that's really quite a weird deal that Bulletproof did. But then on the other side is a poster, which is really quite lovely. And I got that for £10. Because I looked on eBay and there were copies for like 30 odd quid and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, he's going to want loads. Because when I bought Eastward and stuff, I looked through all the games they had and I saw Baseball and I remember talking to my friend about it. And I was like, ooh, Baseball. How much is that? And he was like, oh, I'll find out and let you know. So I was like, okay, I'll wait. And then I went back and bugged him again. He was like, oh, I don't know yet. And I bugged him again. And it was like, you can have it for 10 quid. So I was like, I thought he was going to say about £30. So that was like one of my favourite purchases from there so far. Although, of course, all the PlayStation games I bought from them have been absolutely amazing. And then I did a trip to a charity shop. Well, I just popped into a charity shop. I was walking by, looked in the window, I was like, ooh, go in there. So I bought some strategy guides. They were all £1 each. So I got Code Veronica X strategy guide. It has the bonus code stuff in there still. It has been opened, as you can see there. And yeah, so there's Code Veronica X. Resident Evil Nemesis. There are various versions of this guide. I have the piggyback version. It's crazy how many different versions there are. And then that still has the poster, which has been taken out, but it's got the poster with it. It was nice that they just kept all the posters inside. Then I also got, this one I thought was a bit odd. Well, not really, because it obviously meant they were a Resident Evil fan. They also had the Code Veronica guide, so of course for the Dreamcast version. This has in it the map. As you can see there, the map still. Just it's been torn out, so it's no longer a part of it. I'll shove that in the front. This is a really, really thick guide as well. And it's also got the bonus secrets still. It has been opened, but they're there. So that. And then also a Resident Evil 0 guide for Resident Evil 0. They're all £1 each. Awesome. This one has a poster still. as well. So you got a poster, and that didn't have a secrets in it. So yeah, I thought £1 each for those strategy guides wasn't bad, because Resident Evil guides are always slightly hard to come by, because we didn't own any of those yet. So actually no, we did. We have got a Nemesis guide, but I didn't have the piggyback one before. I think I had a Brady Games one before, a Primer one before, so I thought I'd keep that too. And also the Code Veronica X guide that I've got back home doesn't have this cover. It has the standard Code Veronica cover, I believe. Because I looked all over eBay, eBay and the internet, and could not find a copy of this guide with the Claire cover from the PS2 game. So I thought I'd keep this. So yeah, they were pretty cool. And then I also popped to another charity shop. This is my most recent purchases, and bought a few games, big box PC games as well as 2 PS1 games. So I got a copy of Expendable, made by Rage. I hadn't actually seen a copy of this before, so I thought I'd pick it up. A plethora of devastating player weapons. It's got everything in there, if I remember right. I had to check all the games because, I mean, not being mean, but you can kind of buy things which don't actually have the games in them at charity shops. So it's got a DirectX thing, games in a jewel case, and it's got the manual. Yeah, because I had to look at some of the games and some of them just didn't even have the games inside them. Which I felt like I should just go up to the person and say, this doesn't have a game in it, you probably shouldn't be selling it. But then they'd probably give me a funny look or something. Because, for example, they had a big box of StarCraft. However, it had one of the mission packs inside it instead of StarCraft. There was a big box copy of Age of Empires 2, and it had Empire Earth in it. Just weird things like that. Oh, there was Wing Commander. Can't remember the name of it. Didn't have the game in it. What's someone supposed to do? If someone doesn't look in the boxes, they're going to walk away without a game. Then I got GTA Mission Pack, so GTA London 1969. Yeah, 69. This actually had a copy of GTA in it as well, which it shouldn't have had. I could have just gone up to them and said, this shouldn't be in there, do you want it? But then they wouldn't really know what to do with it, because I don't think... Silly box. I don't know if they'd know, like, anything. I was talking to one of the guys about games, and he was just like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, it had original copy of GTA, which of course you need for London. So it doesn't have a inlay, because the box is missing. It has got the back of it though, which is the London back. And then the instruction book for GTA as well, and the instruction book for London. And then there is London's disc. It's pretty cool. I've only ever seen this as a more sold out series kind of thing before. Not an actual box product. Sadly though, not a box product, a big box game. Sadly the disc's really scratched though, as the same with all of the games that I bought from charity shops. The charity shop even, in particular. But generally a disc, well, I've never really had a disc so badly scratched that it won't work. At least at the top of my mind I haven't had one. So if I just get this back in here. No, get in there. I'm pissed off now. There we go. Oh, I should also say that these were £1 each, so Expendable was £1, this was £1. Then I also picked up this, which I had never seen a copy of before, and that's Harvester, which is a full motion video adventure / shooty game. As you can see from the lovely images on the back. And that had everything with it as well, so it's still got the registration card, which is for some reason in a plasticky thing, I guess wherever it was sold. It's got the instruction book, and then it's in a dual disc box. It's got 3 discs, hopefully only 3. Yep, because that's only made for 3. So 1, 2, 3. So that's really cool. Because you don't, well, there's only a few full motion video games really, and most of them are on PC. I suppose a few on Mega CD. And it's always nice to pick those up. So I got that. And I also picked up these two for 25 pence. So I got another Midas game called Gubble. Oh jeez, and it's falling out. So on this one, they, instead of having a big gap at the end, they actually filled up the space with other titles that are available. So yeah, the box is pretty bad condition, but it was 25p, so I bought it. And then I also picked up another game similar to Rayman. I only have a platinum version of this, so I picked up a non-platinum copy of Alien Trilogy for 25 pence. It doesn't have the inlay, annoyingly, and it has an instruction book, but it was 25p, and it means I have one less platinum game now. Although the box is a mess, as you can see, it's broken at the bottom, and the game's got a big crack. So yeah, that's all I bought recently. Diablo 3, of course, I bought, but there's an unboxing up. Max Payne 3 is on its way, and normally it did not come on Friday, which meant I'm not going to have it until Monday. Fingers crossed it comes on Monday. And other than that, that's pretty much all the releases that are coming out. The big ones that I've got pre-orders for. Most games at the moment are coming out in autumn, well, the fall. A lot in October. Of course, a few got pushed back, but a few have been brought into that date as well. Otherwise, I will probably be doing some videos with Charlotte during E3. I hope you catch those and watch them and whatnot. We'll probably do a giveaway of some variety because we're coming up to 2,000 subscribers. So when we hit that, we might give something away like we did for, I think we did for 1,000. So keep an eye out for those. And Charlotte will probably do a pickups video soon as well. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Hopefully, well, it is pretty long. My apologies for its length. I talked a lot about Faceball. But this is, of course, the rest of February, March, April, and a fair bit of May's pickups. So I bought quite a lot in those months. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you for my next video. Bye!